Good morning. Um, Here to do my 6-week update. Um, I have quite a few things that I wrote down I kind of wanted to talk about. I know I look beautiful, but like I say in every video, this is what you get when I first wake up. This is my video time. And this is the real me. I'm not pretentious at all. Anyway, start out with my start weight was 293. Currently I'm at 259 at 6 weeks. My height is 5'8". I don't get into all the math like everybody else. It is what it is. I'm 259 now, and it took forever. I swear to gosh, I was so pissed off because I flirted with that 259 number. I was like, I just need to get to 250, to the 250s, and so one morning after I got home from the hospital, and I'll talk about that a little bit more because I really feel like that the whole dehydration thing requires more discussion. But anyway, I didn't even try to weigh myself the first few days out of the hospital because I was so pumped full of IVs and the potassium and the IVs. It's whatever, that doesn't matter. But anyway, so I was like, oh, that's just dumb. Okay, I think I did get on the scale. I don't remember what I weighed though, but I know I'd gained like 4 or 5 pounds. It sucked. Oh well. God dang. Yeah, I did. But I didn't take it to heart. It was what it was. I didn't sweat it. But anyway, this whole flirting with the 250s, getting in that 250 range, was such a big deal to me. I got to 259 one morning. It was like 259.8, but 259. I'm like, yay, 259. And my BFF, I've been telling her, you know, oh my God, I can't wait to get to the 259, blah, 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 or at least to the 250s. So I jumped off the scale, grabbed my phone, got back on the scale, 260 point, whatever. Oh, I was so pissed. So I got back off, jumped back on, same thing. Except now I weigh 261. I'm like, okay, this is bullshit. I ain't getting back on there. Anyway, so I got to thinking later in the afternoon. I'm like, oh my God, that my iPhone 6 threw me over back into 260. So that was my experience with that. And then because I've had to stall. And I was like, I've been telling everybody, yeah, I've been stalled for, I don't know, it's been weeks and weeks. I haven't lost anything, and whining and sniveling about it. And I got to looking at my calendar. I'm like, oh shit, it's only been freaking 2 weeks. Such a drama queen. Anyway, so I think I broke my stall. I'm not altogether sure. But it is what it is. I have been weighing the last 3 days, I think, 259.000, whatever, 0.0. Anyway, and it hasn't varied. Even at nighttime, I mean, it's, you know, because my dumb ass is weighing twice a day. But it's still 259 and 0. I mean, it's not fluctuating back up. But anyway, back to whatever. So 259, yay! It's a big deal for me. And I think I'm on the track to doing, you know, losing weight again at a more steady rate, hopefully. You know, I'd seen someone's video for the life of me. I can't remember who it was. Somebody I like because I watched the video. She talked about how she was a once a month kind of gal who during her period was when she lost the most weight. And I know that's a little TMI, but I'm wondering if I'm not going to be one of those people too. I don't care. It is. I won't be butthurt. Yay! 259, kick ass. Anyway, so the dehydration thing. God, I don't want to make this video very long, but I just want people to know I can't reiterate this anymore. If it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. Because I'm a drinking fool. Not just, I mean, I know this is bad, my coffee, but I have my 1 cup in the morning and rarely will have one in the evening. I'm one of those after dinner, sit and relax, drink a cup of coffee kind of gal. Anyway, it is what it is. So, back up a little bit to the dehydration. Adamant. I mean, because I know how serious dehydration can be. So I was like, I'll break a lot of rules and be a dumbass on a lot of things, but I wasn't going to jack around with the whole dehydration thing. So, I to this day, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I just know roughly 3 to 4 days before it got really bad, I was just feeling really tired and lethargic, and like I think I said before, I kind of chalked it up to maybe I wasn't getting the nutrition. Excuse me, the nutrition that I needed. So, of course, and then I've been like OCD about my protein and making sure, man, I'm gonna get those 18 or 80 grams of protein in, and just OCD to the point that the night before I got so sick, I shouldn't say the night before I got so sick, I guess, I got up out of bed because my fitness pal said I had like 10 more grams before I got to the 80. So I drug my ass up out of bed, made I never can pronounce it right, a tilapia, whatever, made a fish fillet, and seriously, like midnight, 1 o'clock, and ate that. No, it was before midnight because I wanted to get it before midnight, and it set up like a rock. Don't quote me on this, I'm just guessing. I think that was like the part that, I think because I was already dehydrated, maybe that it got stuck or something, and that's why I couldn't really swallow so much, and I don't know what exactly threw me over, but that was the case. It sucked. Spending 3 days in the hospital with hooked IVs and my freaking arm. And I got my beautiful pink robe on, but you can't see. But I wish I could show you this, because they had to give me the IVs with potassium, and it just it hurts all the way up my arm with the. It still hurts. And I'm not really a whiny baby, per se. I made them change the location though. It hurt so bad. I'm like, y'all gotta do something. If not, I'm taking it out, because I can kind of be a bitch like that. If it hurts, I'm not going to do it. Especially when it starts getting crazy. So the dehydration thing sucked. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know if you got to add, if you're just watching this, going to have the surgery or whatever. Of course, Walter, and I'll talk about that in a minute, had told me about another one. But these net zero drinks on top of the water, and staying away from, I'm a big caffeine person, but I've definitely slacked back on that because it's a diuretic. But this particular one has 180 milligrams of potassium in it. There's another one that Walter suggested, and for the life of me, I don't have that wrote down. I'm going to get it though, but it's worth the investment. Just because it makes it easier for me to get my fluids in. Not that it was hard, but whatever. Just keep that in mind, that be adamant, and even more so than I was. Looking at my list here, I have my set group of people that I watch their videos religiously because, one, I like them, and they're down to earth. The minute somebody gets a little, I'm out. I'm like, you got to go. So, but Liz, I think it's Finding Elizabeth. She's one of my favorites. I talk about her on my videos. She had suggested to me, because I was talking about kind of being in the stall, she put a comment, and I should have freaking wrote it down so I could quote her, so I don't misquote her, because I don't want to misquote her. She had talked about upping my calories, that would help, and I did. And how I did it, because I'm like, oh, great, I can eat 3.5 ounces at a time. How am I going to do this? How do I do this magic? So I found these at Aldi's, I don't know, whatever. I found these pre-made sausage things, which I'm kind of against pre-made crap, but whatever. And they're 200 calories a piece, but they have protein in them. And they're tasty, and one patty is pretty much perfect for a serving size. So I did, that's what I was going to say before I started losing weight. I mean, after Liz told me that, I was like, all right, well, so I've been trying these patties, which bumped me up. Like, if I had one for breakfast and one for lunch, we're talking 400 calories. And then, but the closer I got to 800, that's when I started to get down below my thing. Coinkydink? I don't know. A lot of people, I don't know. Whatever case may be. Thank you, Liz, because it's helping. For my whacked up mind or body, it's working. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and if I didn't respect Liz or anything, I wouldn't even bring this up, but she kind of, when in the comment, and again, I wish I would have quoted the comment, had said something to the effect of, she knew that I didn't like advice or suggestions or whatever. And it sucks that my videos put that off, that I don't want suggestions, because the people I value, their opinions, I appreciate their suggestions and advice, because, you're got some time on me and whatever, and I listen. I actually do listen. It's not that I don't value advice or suggestions. I do. I was going to explain a little bit about my attitude is a little bit shitty sometimes, because my experience with the social media / forums is people, and I think I've said this before, people don't want to hear the truth for the most part. I get so irritated with people who are holier than thou, who think that because they follow everything to a T that they're, I don't know. I don't even know how to word it, because if I start getting into what I really think, it pisses me off. So you know what? I delete it. I'm not going to put up, I delete whatever. I'm like, you know what? If you people don't want to hear what I'm doing, what works for me, it may not be exactly what your surgeon told you to do, or whatever the case may be. I get butt hurt. So yeah, maybe I come across a little shitty in my videos. If I do, that's who I am. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. It is what it is. I'm not going to apologize for that. I am who I am. And I just don't have a high BS tolerance. I just don't. And this is why I'm, when I am hitting that subscribe button, it's because, this person's real. This person isn't blowing sunshine at my ass. I like this person, Oh, hey, they're not talking stupid shit. They're not perfect. Hey, look. That's who I am. That's where it's at. So if I gave that Liz, you are definitely not one of those. I like you. You got the beautiful smile and a beautiful spirit, and I watch you faithfully. Anyway, I was watching the fat. Shit, I hate it when I do it. My brain. That's probably why I shouldn't make these videos when I wake up. Fat Kings. Whoa! There it is. And I had to break it off, and because I had stuff to do and watch half and half, and I like watching that live. It's fun. Andrew and Walter, cool, and they're very real, which makes me happy. Anyway, so Walter was talking about juicing, and I'm going to do some more research into that because I know TJ said, and I love TJ, there's no doubt about that. TJ had said it was bad, but man, there has to be, because like Walter said, we can't get that many vegetables in and whatever. There has to be a benefit somewhere there for us. I'm going to do some research. I'm going to do some homework, and I'm going to do a video on it. I don't know when. Just will. Been kind of crazy at my house. Having to put my mom lives with us, putting her, which is really a bummer. Those of you with if you have elderly parents, whatever, it comes to a time, she's got to go into a rehab. I'm putting her into a rehab for / nursing home because she's got to find her way to get better. I'm not going to get into all that, but it's kind of a bummer if you ever get to that point. Definitely a bummer. Anyway, but Walter suggested the Water Zero, and I can't remember the name of it, which I am going to look for, Walter. It's not hard to find. I found it at Target. I actually have looked for it. I just haven't went and got it. I'm going to. But the potassium intake, I'm going to get the other one in this one. But, and Walter mentioned on, and I just was like, oh man, this is exactly what I was talking to my husband about. I'm calling it the fat threshold for public perception and stuff. Walter was talking about that. And I was just telling my husband, it used to be, and I've always been heavy, but apparently at some point I hit that threshold because people started treating me different. And the world that I lived in is totally different than most civilians. But you notice, it's so weird. I could do an hour long just talking about the different perception once you hit that threshold. But it's so true, and it resonated with me, and thank you for bringing that up, Walter, because I'm sure it resonated with a bunch of other people. Want to talk a little bit and see if anybody else was having issues. I'm having issues with insomnia. Bad. Bad. I can be so tired and go lay down, and I can't sleep. I'm curious if it is... outside of dealing with Mom and stuff, well, and then the hospital trip, I guess I have been under a lot of stress, but it started in the hospital, and, I don't know if too many of you people know, I can be a bit OCD. I got up and cleaned my room in the hospital. Crazy. But anyway, I'm having a lot of issues with insomnia, and I'm curious if that is because of the weight loss surgery. I don't know. My feelings right now. Oh man, 18 minutes. Shit. Sorry. My feelings right now is it's trying to get into the swing of normal. I read a post one time on a forum where this gal was bitching about not being able, she was butthurt because she couldn't finish a sandwich when they had gone out to eat. And I was like, really? How can you bitch about that? You get this before the surgery and stuff. I'm like, God, that's crazy. And everything I have thought, like, and bitched about, when I was like, what dumbass would post that or whatever. You should be grateful you can't finish whatever. I am eating my words. I'm more full for my words than I am from protein. Because we've gone out to different places, and I'm like, I just want to devour it. I just want to eat whatever, and power graze, and I want a big, huge fucking salad, and I want to just, ain't happening. So, I shall eat some more of my words, and it is what it is. I can't unfuck that chicken. I was thinking, I was trying to remember, did I post on that? Please tell me I didn't, because I sure hope I didn't make that person feel bad. God. Anyway, okay, so I ain't doing nothing fancy. I'm in the garage, freezing, because it's freaking Arctic cold here. Well, it's not really that bad, but it sucks. I'm more of a Southwest kind of girl. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a successful week. Thank you for posting your videos. Giving me wonderful things to watch in the morning while I drink my coffee. And I do appreciate advice and suggestions. Mucho hugs. Ciao, baby.